backstory, it's there on the screen. There's, you know, there's your good guy. He's, for some odd reason, walking through the final palace of the game over and over, while bats that don't appear in that place are just kind of bothering him. And that's all fine and fun and good and such. So this game's kind of busted, by the way. As you will see very, 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 very shortly. But I guess let's just go ahead and get into it. So, 3, 2, 1, let's jam. Alright, so the plot of this game amounts to, well, you know, there's usual trouble, and Adol here is the guy that continues, not him, obviously, is the guy that continually just saves the world from whatever. The third East game is the one that, like, is, I don't know if it's the most well-known, but it was the one that was on, I think, the most systems. That little red-haired kid there, that's Adol. Adol, let's go! Okay, I just dealt with a lot of title cards and such, so I hope, oh, I see you're gonna give me some more. Okay. So our buddy there, Dogi, get along, is, just, you know, we're in his hometown. He heard there was bad shenanigans going on, and so, we're here to find out what's happening. But yeah, this version of Ys 3, aka Wanderers from Ys, a lot of people know about it for being a fairly brutal Super Nintendo game. Brutal in terms of, my goodness, you have to grind forever. Which is true. I don't know if RPG Chick is around. She ran this, for one of the other RGLtv marathons, but she ran the SNES one. She's going to be very unhappy about what she sees in this version. Very, very, very unhappy. This is yeah, you tend to have to do a lot of grinding. Not so much in this one. But, you know, that's how it goes, and that's fine. Y'all can't see it. Yeah, Spaz, you're exactly correct. The owl grind, well, it's 2 buttons. You have to hold up and, the attack button, but otherwise, yeah, it's you hold up and attack, and loads and loads of enemies just mercilessly fly onto your sword and die. It's awesome. It's amazing. It's wonderful. We don't do that in this one. You'll note that the first thing I did, I had 1,000 gold, and normally, you know, okay, go, because I have no equipment. Normally, and we're going to safety save right here, because since I have no equipment, I'm going to walk into the first dungeon, and I can get 2-shotted very easily. So we're going to, hopefully that's not going to be a thing that happens. I have no weaponry, no armor, no shield. I'm pretty sure it's just 2 hits and I'm dead. And those bugs there are not the ones on the floor. The flying bugs are very random, whoa, and not very fun. So what we're going to go ahead and do is, instead of buying any of that equipment, I went and bought this amulet, right? So I'm going to walk onto the screen, which damages everything on the screen, and you can see I just killed everything and got a bunch of experience. You get 3 uses of this thing, right? So there's 1, there's 2, leave the screen, come right back in. And here's 3. And the game doesn't react too well to using your last charge of the amulet and getting a level up at the same time, so I'm now maximum level. Max level, max stats, max money, and you're effectively your magic in this game. You equip rings and they boost your stats. Your ring power also maxed out, so I don't need equipment for a good portion of the game now. I am now Adol, fancy punching man. I am not necessarily One Punch Man, but just I am punching a lot of things very, very quickly. Interestingly, this doesn't work in other versions of the game. I haven't tested it on the Famicom, but it doesn't work on, like, the Super Nintendo. Yeah, all those versions where you have to grind, gone. This is now Boss Rush 3. Wanderers from Boss Rush 3.0. That's where we're going with this. So despite the fact that I am, yes, I am Saitama, you are correct. Despite the fact that I can now punch through a lot of everything in this game because of my raw whoop-ass ability. Yeah, no, this guy still says you have to have a sword to be able to progress. Like, but I don't want to, and I don't want to. If you wander too close to that chest, you wind up picking it up and waste time because it's an item that you really don't need. So, yay! So I'm just holding down the attack button and walking through things. That's why they're dying. really, I should be avoiding them because whenever you kill bosses in this game, it refills your life to full. So not taking damage is less time after the boss is dead, but I don't know, I'm just tremendously stubborn like that. Yes, power. Unlimited power. And then I take a bunch of lightning to the face. There's those bats, which aren't in the final dungeon, so I don't really know why they were there. So that guy gave me the warehouse key and told me to go here and get a sword from Duran! There was a boss there. My bad. I'm sorry. I just wanted to tap him on the shoulder and ask him a question, but he did. That was my bad. I'm sorry. And you have to wait for the sword to drop down to the ground. Come on, let me out. I actually have to press a button there. This is not doable on the Super Nintendo. I don't know of any other versions that this does work on, although I have not tested it on the Famicom. Which I actually have a copy of that game. So now that we have a sword, not going to use it, that guy will let us through to go save the mayor. He's gotten this far in this place with all these enemies, so that guy is already at least like level 4 or 5 to successfully survive getting this far in the mine. No, you have to have a sword. I am the sword. Bring it. I am also apparently the Senate. Once again, don't grab the chest you don't need. There we go. Annoyingly, there are other perks that other versions of the game have that this one does not. Like, you can jump off of stairs, off of and onto stairs in other versions, and you can't do that in this one. The reason that's annoying is that there's a cutscene that you can skip in any version where you can jump up and down stairs, but since this ain't one of them versions, that means there's a fairly long cutscene you just have to deal with. Okay, so first real boss of the game, and it's funny that I have to do a backup safety save right here, because if you touch the boss, you will die. I'm max level. If I touch the boss, like that, you will die. Which is why, don't do that. So that's why we safety save right there. Ideally, you punch it first. So that's fine. This is okay. This is fine. We have no worries here. If I equipped the sword, it wouldn't even have the sword animations up until the point where I actually have all of my equipment on. So, not really much that you can do about that. So I killed that boss, excuse me, and got a weird statue, because, reasons. Just go with it. And then here's that guy that was threatening the worker again, and now he's threatening the mayor, who is behind a hidden wall that had a boss guarding it that could one-shot the superhuman Adol right here. Whatever. So we've saved the mayor. I'm going to go back to town and tell everybody that the mayor is safe. Thanks. Yeah, I'm going to go do that. Thank you. Not really much else to say at this point outside of, man, music in these games are great. Isn't it? I'm just going to kind of not talk for a bit and let some of it play. Well, the town music isn't that great. While I'm at it, since I have all this money burning a hole in my pocket, I'm going to go ahead and buy, some equipment. Which is tremendously expensive, because of course it is. Come on. Thank you. Don't really need to worry about equipping it right this second. I mean, I could, and then you would get to see the amazingness that is Adol's sword swinging abilities. Because, I mean, third East game, so you're probably usually used to seeing him hide-glide his way into enemies, and that's how he wins. In this one, no, they actually gave him a sword, and, proportional to his size, it's a normal-sized sword. Unlike, Lagoon, where it's funny at best. But apparently all that hide-gliding his way into enemies gave Adol just the arm strength of a god. Also, his leaping abilities are pretty fierce. That's, 3 times your height? That is blowing well past the known, levels of physics right there. But, I mean, if you're going to be the person saving the world all the frickin' time, I mean, that's just going to be how it's going to go, I guess. Alright, so we've been told we need to go find, Brother Pierre, who is searching around for more info about those amazing and interesting statues, like the one that we just conveniently have. which involves going to the Minecraft location of this place. There's a random castle in the middle of nowhere, and if you dig down like 2 squares, you will find a giant river of molten lava. Oh, and this is the location where you stand in one spot and let birds just suicide onto your sword over and over again, and then you level up a lot. Those birds right there. They just kind of home in on your place. So if you stand right outside that front door and stab upwards, then they all just kind of die and you slowly get experience, and it's all great and fun and wonderful. Meanwhile, Beerus is here and he has a whip. I don't understand it. I don't know, man. Just go with it. So, you know, ruined castles out in the middle of nowhere. Man, look at all that parallax scrolling. Ain't it beautiful? Beautiful. Words are hard. I hate words. Oh, that reminds me. I completely forgot to mention. On a completely unrelated sidebar, we have a different person doing commentary for Earthbound now. We don't have Skies, we don't have Stallings, we have Yuna, and then Skateman 222222 will eventually be showing up. This is not where I needed to go. This is where a chest is, and I don't need that chest. I'm smart. I don't know if you guys know this. So here's the eavesdropping location, where you are now listening to, Brother Pierre, why are you here? Hey, it's that guy we don't like. And we're caught. And you could just fight your way out. Come on, dude. You could totally fight your way out of that. So anyways, yeah. Two steps away from that location we were just in, and giant river of lava. This is safe. This is a very, very, very safe locale. You know, bring the kids. You know, let's go on a little vacation. Let's go see a ruined temple. I hear they got a chapel in there. There might be a statue. A couple of dragons. One made of fire. The other one just breathes fire. And also all the lava you can eat. Just, you know, don't fill up on the breadsticks, kid. We got molten rock. It's, fills you up. Also probably sinks you right to the bottom. Actually, no, apparently I think you kind of just lazily float on lava, since the density of your body isn't going to be that much more dense than the lava itself. So really, the ending to T2 is incorrect. As heavy as that robot was, he still should have just kind of floated on top for a little bit and just sizzled loudly. I mean, it still would have gotten the job done and all, but, I mean, you know, movie details. So here's our next boss. I don't really know what else to really say at this point other than, okay, we're gonna finally just go ahead and equip this stuff, because hey, why not? Or I could just miss it entirely. So here's Adol. He has the normal swing, he has the crouch stab, and the greatest attack in the history of things. Yeah, it's awesome like that. Oh, I completely missed. Come here, you. Oh, that was dumb. It's a glitch, Fascinated Box. The game doesn't react well to getting a level up with the last use of the amulet. So it just kind of freaks out and, you know, gives you maximum everything. You know, as you do. As games are wont to do. Hi, that's my cat. He's annoyed that he's not in my lap right now. But, you know, I'm holding a controller. I do claw grip for controller shenanigans, and that also means he either has to hold the controller on his head, or he ain't gonna be in my lap. And so I made the hard decision. I'm sorry, buddy. So anyways, here we are with the sword. We actually have a sword now. We have armor on. I don't know much else to say outside of, so I killed the boss and I got a thing. What's the thing do? It's the magical MacGuffin that lets you go further on in this location. Which, you know, they just made you detour through all this to get an item, whereas they could have just had you walk across the area. You know, manufacturing difficulty, which I guess I'm fine with. You know, this is 91, I want to say this came out. So, yeah, you know, fight a cool-looking fire, dragon, snake, boss thing. It has a name. It's Gilon. Yes, the cat's name is Hank. Hank is very annoyed that Hank is not in Hank's permanent residing spot, my lap. So yeah, if you went right after falling down in this area, there's, you know, the Lake of Fire, and you can't cross that, so you ain't gonna cross that. So instead, you have to go fight a boss that gets a thing that turns that lake into a different kind of lake, but one that you can walk on. So I guess room temperature magma. It's not liquid hot magma. No. How about no, you freaky Dutch weirdo? Anyways, so we're just trying to get back out of here. Because, I mean, scenery's nice and all, but we don't really want to live here. Ever. Especially with the raining fireballs. Also, I'd like to remind you, max level, best possible gear that I could have at this point in the game. Can you imagine how dead you would be from those fireballs alone if you were playing this casually? I can't imagine how slowly you would have to go through all of this place. Because once I learned about this glitch, I never played this one. I played the Super Nintendo one casually. I did not do this one casually. I'm pretty sure the fireballs are even more merciless in this one. So, don't really want to deal with that. Okay, so there's that gal that you met back in town, and she explained that her brother's a dude named Chester who went all crazy. And there's Chester, the guy who keeps showing up and kicking people around and being a real tool. And then there's that guy. Sorry, that's not Pierre. That is Sir Maryland. You guys know him as Sir Garland on the Super Nintendo. I don't know why there was changes in translations between systems. Just go with it. Where are we? It's spooky in here. Oh, look, it's a switch. How can you tell it's a switch? With maybe a hidden door. I don't know. Let's try touching it and finding out. Hey, look at that. We found the thing. All right. Yeah, Elena, I don't know how you got all the way through all of this craziness, but, yeah, you should probably go. I mean, I'm overpowered right now, and I somehow survived this stuff. You need to go. Although I'm guessing if you're an NPC, you just kind of have immortality in this game, since there are a lot of locations you should not be able to survive getting into, that they all do, and it's, moderately annoying. So here's you. Come here. No, I'm jumping. There we go. Just like, I just want to kill the guy with the... Yeah. He's not angry. He's annoyed he's not in my lap. It's true. So we have another statue. Yay! Somehow that was a gold split. I'm thinking I'm supposed to split when I leave the room. That's probably what was going on there. Yeah, that looks right. So I saved a half a second. Okay. Something's not right here. Also, if my controller's tremendously loud, I apologize again. Claw grip, and it's one of those traditional, old-style, like, freaking Xbox-sized Genesis controllers that are just massive, and I have done no repair work on this controller in the, 30 years that I've had it. It's amazing, and it still works great, so I ain't gonna touch it until I need to worry about it, and since I've never had to worry about it, I'm just gonna deal with that. So, Elena just leaves. It's, again, apparently she's immortal. I guess she could do just whatever she likes. And then your good buddy Dogi is like, I'm also leaving. Like, okay. Alright, I guess we're just gonna, okay. He does tell you to go talk to the mayor, so you gotta go talk to the mayor. And since you have two of these statues, and the king is sending people all over the countryside to try and locate all four of these statues for reasons, you should probably go talk to Grady about it? Mayor? Oh no, someone busted up his place. Oh, it sucks. What were they looking for? I don't know. Okay, so yeah, you know that there's a door in the mines that casually you'd go through, you'd immediately get the power ring. It's the first ring you would get is the one that doubles your attack power. Because of course it is. Since we're already OP, don't need it. But we get it now because we're gonna need it for the, well, pretty much everything coming up. I actually do start equipping it for this this next boss coming up. But, yeah, no, Mayor's like, okay, so past that chest that your average person playing this game would have already opened. Yeah, there's a locked door, and so here's the key. I'm gonna need you to go in there. Like, okay, what happens? Well, death. Not really. You know, there's plot when you get there, and when we get there, I'll try to skip it as fast as possible. But it amounts to, you're going to find in a treasure chest some texts that explains about an ancient creature that ravaged this countryside once, and he was sealed away by a great and powerful hero who sealed him away using those four statues. And we've just collected two of them, and the king is trying to get all four of them. That's a great decision. Why would you do this, king? Mayor Grady, you guys need to come here. Careful, there's monsters. Yeah, duh. We know. Oh, boy. Now, I do actually have to make a detour in here because there's an item that, frankly, as far as I'm concerned, is not an optional item to get in here. It's a thing. There are a lot of things in this game. It's, what is it? No, it makes Bruska's serum, but it is a crystal. I don't know, words are hard. There's 2 crystals in this this location. One I have to collect, the other one I fight. So as long as I don't confuse the 2, we should be good. So there we go, I've got crystal. Oh, and by the way, some of the spellings in this game are definitely interesting. As an example, there are no herbs in this game. Instead, we get what's called harbs. H-A-R-B. And there's the crystal. And eventually I get a jewel. I don't really understand what they were going with the spelling, but man, they went for it. I don't know why. So anyway, here's that chest with the plot, and you can skip a lot of dialogue by just opening the chest and not dealing with those guys yapping at you. And why, look, it's an ancient tablet, because that's usually where you keep ancient tablets, is in a chest in the middle of a mine. Then the mine starts shaking, and those guys freak out. And then this other guy, looking like one of those guys you fight in Kung Fu, he's got the arm position. If he had his other arm raised up and getting ready to hit you in the face, then it would be spot-on cosplay right there. Cosplay? Whatever. So yeah, he explains the history behind Demanicus. You know, because when you're going to come up with a final boss name, why not just make him Demanicus? He's Demand, as said by Kid Icarus from Captain N. Those of you who understood that, I'm sorry. Those of you that didn't understand that, I don't know if I'm sorry. Did I make the jump? Oh, I made the jump. Okay. I usually get paranoid about making that jump, even though it's the return jump that I need to worry about. So anyways, I got the good crystal, and now I have to go fight the bad crystal, who has an orb that circles around him that lets him teleport me away from him, which is kind of annoying. So if I do this quickly, like that, he's dead. Okay. Because if that orb hits you, he just kind of throws you away from him, and then you have to run back up at him, and if you take too long, he actually sinks back into the wall, and that's annoying. But that was the first instance of the power ring, just to ensure that he's dead super quick. Nice gold. Saved 3 seconds. Captain N was great in... Oh, my cat is so annoyed he is not in my lap right now. Jump. Oh, by the way, let's put in precision platforming in a game where all the hitboxes and the jumping is wonky. This is great. Oop. Don't need to go that way. That way's got inferior armor. Hank! Hank! What do you want? What? You want to run around the house acting crazy? He's clawing at the floor in the bathroom. I'm just gonna ignore that and move on. Okay, come on, game. Come on, you can do it. You can do the special jumps. I believe in you, Adol. Alright. And also fun, you can just jump through that section of the floor. Don't really know why, but you can. Right, so where are we at? So I've got 3 of the 4 statues. We know that the mayor knows about it. I mean, they did spoof Simon Belmont in that game. Isn't that right, Princess Lana? Yeah. What? I know that you wanted my lap. I'm busy. I'm sorry. Well, that's your problem. What are you going to do about it? Alright, so once again, we finish out the mine. Let's go talk to the mayor again. Hank, why did I spend all that money teaching you English if you're not going to use it? I'm beginning to think I got ripped off. Oh well. So far, all he knows how to say is meow, but in cat. So, I think he blew it. Why do we have pizza rolls? I like pizza rolls. I don't need the necklace. Why am I buying the necklace? Don't buy the necklace. You do buy another amulet, surprisingly for the final boss in the game. It works on the final boss in the game. I still buy the mirror. I'm not entirely sure why, because I don't really need it. See, as you can see, it is a harb. We are getting a harb. We go ahead and buy this harb, because we're already here, and it completely refills your life. I don't need the ring recharge, so let's go do what we're supposed to do and talk to the mayor. Kitty does not want a Snickers. We are not feeding my cat chocolate. Although my cat loves cheese, though. It's positively adorable. It is, as the kids say, totes adorbs. So here's the king. He finally decided to show up, and he's threatening the mayor, who is already crippled and already had his house ransacked, and then yells at me to move, and then this guy just kind of stares up and down at you and keeps on going. So yeah, the king's like, I desperately need to have my hands on these statues. Why? Because that brings back the thing that tried to destroy the world before. Yes, but I want to use that and harness its power. But why? So I can then, you know, take over the world? Okay, that's not a good thing there, Mr. King. Which really just begs the question of why is Chester helping? You know, local townsman shouldn't have any dog in this fight whatsoever. That comes up later. I'm just foreshadowing a lot. So we go to where our buddy took off. He said he was going to go train with his mentor for a bit. So we're going to go talk to him. Say, hey buddy, what's happening? And this is yet another fine sequence of, man, I am just getting my teeth kicked in by enemies. Imagine if I wasn't at full life and had the best possible equipment. So really, in normal gameplay of this incantation of the, I don't know what the word is I was looking for there. This version of this game, they expect you to grind a lot. I think in all versions of this, they expect you to grind a lot. But you still wouldn't have the levels that I have right now. Ergo, you wouldn't have the life. You wouldn't have the inherent just natural defense. You might not have all the best equipment because right now it's all bought and that stuff is super expensive. And my cat is still slowly losing his mind in the other room. He's sad that he is not in my lap. So I lost, what, like 10, 15% of my life right there. Not full life, not best armor in the game. You're probably not getting through this area, which is funny because once you get to this section, you get a full heal and they give you the second best sword in the game. That's fair. Blah, 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 blah. Your sword is not adequate enough. Dude, my fists are adequate enough. I could beat this next boss with my fists. Which, you know, I'm not gonna. I could. I'm not gonna. I feel like it's on the table now, so I have to. It's slower going, but max level you actually have the ability to do that. Fun fact, my first casual playthrough of the Super Nintendo one, I did manage to get all the way up to this boss wildly underleveled and not having... Well, you get that sword anyways, but I was wildly underleveled to the point where even with the power ring... no, I think with the power ring I was able to damage the boss, but without it, I could not hurt it at all. And I had like 10 ring power, so it's like, well, I guess I'm leaving now. Because that's what you just kind of have to do. Alright, power ring, back up to the better sword, chase down the harpy. She dead. There you go. Or as my splits say, the loot E, because I enjoy the worst puns of all time. I've got flame staff. Not a flame staff, just I've got flame staff. Clap, 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 clap. Don't even know where we're going with this. So, as with the fire worm thing that we fought, you know, down in Minecraft land, that was just so that we could open up the next locale where the next boss is, and then there's going to be a plot sequence with Chester, because this game got tremendously out of ideas occasionally. Oh look, a curse! Removed the statue and then allowed snow to melt. AKA, oh look, the sun is shining. I don't really know what the statue had to do with any of this. I also don't know how... Oh, I guess in this case, Chester shows up after you. So he probably followed you down here, whereas... in previous sections, it was another section that got, you know, joined up with where you were at, or, well, I don't really understand the first time you meet up with him, because he was way past the boss and a hidden wall. I don't know how he did it. Just go with it. So, next boss, here's a dragon. There was a dragon. I'm sorry. I know you guys were just desperately hoping to have, you know, awesome dragon stuff. I hit my split. Wow! Alright, I saved 9 seconds. I don't know how. Oh no, the truck have started to move. Or, more appropriately for this sequence right here, oh no, the truck, or the cave have started to cave in. And because you two are left to your doom in a caved-in location, in a place that not many people would probably know where you are, let's go ahead and have a heart-to-heart. Why are you a jerk? So Chester is originally from another town. Back when Germanicus, back after Germanicus was, alive, the king, being a bit of a jerk, raised the town and, killed people and blah, blah, blah. So he is looking to get his revenge on the king by helping him summon the thing that will destroy everything. Chester, that is not how you do these things. No, just don't do that. No, come on, man. Why? So anyways, we have all 4 statues. Alright, yes we do. It's a matched set. Oh boy. Like Sunset, Midnight, and Aquamarine, and Jeff. The fourth crystal is Jeff. Just go with it. And there's not really anything else for us to worry about doing in town right now. So we have the magical jingle that just said, hey, you got a new location on your map, so we're going to immediately go to Valestein. And Elena's here. Of course she is. So you know how since 3 minutes into the game, I've been OP, and I have the best possible equipment you can have in the game right now? Welcome to this dungeon where the game decided it wanted to even the score. And it is going to mess you up. Look at that. I was accidentally caught on an enemy briefly, and I took a ton of damage. And that's not going to change for the remainder of the game. I'm at half-life right now. I should probably save, but I'm also tremendously thick, so I'm not going to worry about that. There are traps in this place, as you can see. You can't jump over those axes. It's just mean like that. If you try to, you will get stabbed, and it does a ton of damage, so don't do that. I'm actually going to, just as a safety, we're going to save right there. We're going to go ahead and save. I believe that also, puts me on the correct timing to get past those 2 traps. The spikes, you can actually walk across them when they're on the floor, but you probably don't want to risk it, because if you touch them, those are pretty much a one-hit kill. So don't do that. Don't do what Donnie Don't does. Really should have worded that better. Anyways, moving on. Moving on and killing stuff. I'm going to wait that one out. Because, taking an axe to the dome, not something I'm big on. I don't know about the rest of you, but I am not big on taking an axe to the dome. We're very nearly dead. That's okay. This is fine. This is fine. We're okay right now. I'm going to have to use a harb. I'm going to have to use a harb coming up shortly. This is fine. This is okay. I'm not going to worry about it until I get to the boss. Also because there's equipment coming up. Boink. You want to jump, please? Thank you. 3 enemies, and then we're going to get our first piece of endgame gear. It's exciting, isn't it? We're 30 minutes in. Here's the best shield in the game. Ta-da! How you doing, buddy? So annoyingly, I am going to have to go ahead and use that. I don't need to worry about healing right now, but since in the past I have forgotten to go out of my way to actually equip that shield, and then wondered why this next boss just kind of stomped on me. Actually, literally. I'm gonna go ahead and harb up now. Woo. And I love that staircase. You just kind of walk up and there's an enemy just on you. Yeah, like that. Don't take that axe to the head. So boss, we should be fine just going in. I should probably safety save, but that's cool. Okay, so equipment, power ring, and we roll up on him and stab him in the kneecaps. As you do, as is tradition. What's that guy? Oh, it's a boss. What you doing? Stabbing in the knees. I respect your style, kid. Do you, though? Yeah, why not? Alright, so you get another magical MacGuffin item that allows you to move on further into this dungeon. The red bracelet. Not to be confused with red-green. I know they look exactly alike and all, but, they are 2 different entities. One of them is not handsome or handy. And the other is red-green. I mean, yeah, sometimes you gotta stab a dude in the feet, man. I mean, that's how it goes. Sometimes you gotta foot stab somebody. I mean, don't judge. If it's the most effective way of taking care of it outside of task strats, then yeah. And the task strats are dumb. Like you can jump in the air. I was gonna show it there, but I won't. You can jump in the air and stab multiple times, or you can hold it and you do the link down stab. And the down stab does damage. I'm pretty sure every frame that you are in an enemy, but it's based off of like that enemy's hitbox placement and your sword placement. So hitbox versus hurtbox, really. and it's weird. Like in the TAS, Adol, what is it? He downstabs pretty much everything, and they're all dead stupid quickly. Whereas in this one, you actually have to, use somewhat legitimate strats. Although I do use slightly different strats than the world record holder, which is why I'm like 4 minutes off of the world record. But that's dependent on a couple other things that I've screwed up on before. That's fine. Jump it, just in case it comes up. Alright, so spikes and traps and all the fun. I dodged that axe. Alright, next, I didn't have to, not that. Safety save, I safety save here because I suck at this boss fight. I get destroyed by Fire Doggo. So now we can go ahead and equip our armor and the power ring and jump over Fire Doggo. And you want to get him stuck in a loop. He's going to breathe fire at me. Oop. Come here. Nope, you're going to breathe fire again. Come back here. There we go. Hey, 3 hit points means we survive. That's what happens there. All right. And this is the downside, because now I get to wait this out. At least the game is courteous enough to actually de-equip your ring when you're done fighting a boss, so I don't waste any ring power. I should really try and fight this boss further off to the right. That's fine. It's whatever. Man, that dog was on fire! She's on fire! I mean, I've been a lot of things in life. Actually, I have been on fire, so I can't even really say, oh yeah, I haven't been on fire. That's a complete lie. I wish that wasn't a lie. I wish a lot of things. Alright, so anyways, thank you for opening up this section for me, strange dude that keeps staring me down. Hey dog, go after him quick! I'm going to... Stop talking! Let me go! So, hidden area, past the chapel. Here's more of those enemies that just kind of immediately started tearing through all of my hit points the second I got into this area. Better armor, though, so I can actually take a couple of hits and not just immediately go, ah! And then also these guys. They're fun. They're not fun. They're quite annoying. The door is closed tightly. Right, it's a jail cell. You tend to hope that they are. I mean, even if it's loosely, it's still locked, so... So anyways, you already saw one of these, and you're expecting it to be another thing that just kind of disappears, but it don't. It's a boss. But that's cool. He's going to try and... He's going to go for that overhand strike, which is not very useful, because I don't even use it very much. And, again, kneecapped. So, welcome to this version of the game, where you break it, and then you punch a lot of enemies in the face, and then you kneecap a lot of enemies. You know, as is the ease tradition. There's a lot of ease that I put into these puns. I'm so sorry for that. I should stop. Right, so I got your key for you, and conveniently you find Brother Pierre, who's been missing? I don't know. But he decides, hey, thanks for helping me out. Here, have a harb. Which is why I have no problems using the harb that I used earlier. Right. Now, I also need to actually progress. So this guy, for some odd reason, has a brew bracelet. A blue blazer. That's it. That's what he has. He has a sweater for me. It's very chilly in here. It's a nice blue. I know you guys can't see it right now, but I'm actually wearing the blue blazer. Well, the blue sweater. Anyways, words are hard and I dislike them. Well, I don't know. I hate words, but mostly I hate people, right? I mean, people are dumb. I hate people. Actually, I also hate places. I hate things. I hate ideas. I hate nouns. So here we are. As everyone loves in any good game, there's a clock tower level. And again, let's put in some precision platforming in a game with seriously wonky jumping. This is a quality decision by you, game makers. What? Oh, okay. Or really, the jumping is like slightly gummy. You almost have to jump a little bit before you want to jump. It's weird. It's dumb. It's silly. So combat becomes a bit odd. So that ring right there is the best ring in the game. Oh, I totally blew it. That ring makes you invincible. Unfortunately, it burns through your ring power very, very quickly, and that's, annoying. So here's the greatest section in the game, and I have to remember this time because I forgot last time. Go over here and get the best weapon in the game! You know, I agree with that. Persons are okay, people suck. I agree with that. That is a solid decision right there. And I did not make that jump first try. So you get to wait it out. This jump is very, very stupid. So to ensure that I'm actually able to make this jump, you know, with a minimal amount of downtime, I'm going to save. And we didn't make it, so we load. And it retains the location of that. Nope. I mean, it's either that or you could just wait out the entire rotation of the crane going up and down, and I don't really feel like doing that. Yeah, that was a fairly solid second try right there. Second try, easy time, every time. I should really equip that sword, though, because as you can see, lots of things are getting very powerful right here. And I forgot you don't actually have to go do anything because the crane will just naturally come down and you can jump onto it. Or I guess I'll just speed the process up anyways. Okay, fine, game. You're going to make me go do the climbing, then I guess I'll go do the climbing. Oh, and there's the crane! I mean, you don't need the crane to be able to make this jump. Yeah, okay, so I just demonstrated it anyways. I usually just wildly fail at it, so I take the crane anyways. Take the long crane home. Y'all weren't expecting some, I've already forgotten the name of that band. Oh, no! Breakfast of Champions! Oh, no! Oh, I feel bad. Someone help me out. Someone help me out, please. Can't think of the name, you know, anyone? Help? No? Oh. Alright, so after all this, we get to roll up on, our good buddy Garland. He's not Garland in this one, he's what, Maryland? So we're gonna go fight an entire state, and I'm fairly low on life. In fact, really just to hedge my bets right here, I'm actually going to heal ring for a little bit. I got plenty of ring power. He'll die, like, super quick. Or don't de-equip the ring, dude. It's whatever. Again, just in case something goes wrong. I don't know what, but we're going to save. Super Tramp! Thank you, Super Tramp! You're my dude right there. Thank you. Alright, so here is a boss. He's a guy. He has a ton of health because, again, best possible equipment in the game right now. Power ring. Yeah, so we just kind of, we stab him in the ankle a lot. That's what's happening right there. Adol defeats Maryland, and the king is hiding on the other side of a wall. See, I don't know how you get in and out of this room. How do you get in this room? How do you get, I don't, yeah. So he gives you another statue, which you use to open up the location where, of course, the super demon is residing, and we have all 4 statues. Well, fun fact, you don't actually need to bring the 4 statues for Demonicus to be released because, well, oh boy, here he comes. You know, well, and for more Supertramp references, they just took away my girlfriend. She's the only one I know. I really hate the remake of that song. That's so terrible. Alright, so everyone's very happy that I've managed to, you know, get stuff done. And after saving the world multiple times you have saved the world. Slappy here is very, very just, oh, I'm so sad, I couldn't save the girl. You gonna go save that girl, mister. You don't need to be down in the dumps like that. You gonna save that girl. Using the herb versus the ring. I'm pretty sure the ring's faster. Sorry, I'm just like micromanaging myself right now. Should I have done the thing or the other thing? Well, I don't know. You should probably just play better anyways. So the mayor's like, okay, so we've got the statues, and oh, you're gonna go take them to the thing and fight the thing. That's not a good idea. But I tell you what, here, you can go, and I will give you this red jewel. Sorry, fire jewel. Hey, they wrote it incorrectly, so I'm going to pronounce it as badly as I can. And then start singing Who Will Save Your Soul, because... no. So now Slappy here is going to go resurrect the earth-ending demon with the statues that, you know, what you use to seal him away. Because he's clever. And the fire jewel is what allows you to see in this next location, because it's a dungeon, it's a twisty, turny, bunch of things going on, you know, it's in the dark, and there are super powerful skeletons in this place, like, man, you don't even know. And there we go. Goblin statue opens up the mouth. You fall down a little bit of a location. And since these guys tear through your hit points an awful lot, I'm going to once again safety save. Now, I'm not going to use the fire jewel. All it does is it lets you see the walls and the floors and such, but it does not let you see the enemies. But that's fine, because I'm not going to worry about that. I know the locations here, so instead I'm just going to, do the thing. And just walk through blind, effectively. Just playing that one safely, because again, those guys hit really, really hard. Oh, and also, if you don't hold left falling down that one random pit, you wouldn't know that that's the way to go. And the way that the jewel shines light in this place, you, again, wouldn't know, because it is so weird. Yeah, look at that. Look at how bad I just got demolished. So, safety save on a different freaking slot right there. Safety save somewhere else, because, well, we're back to that long scroll location that we saw in the beginning of the game, telling us the plot that I skipped right past, because who cares? Oh, look who's alive! Ha ha! It's Dingbat McGee. He has a spot right in front of him where you can safely slap him around. Oh no! Oh, I wasn't close enough to his feet. Oh no! Oh, my bad. That's fine. That's fine. This is okay. That was me just not tiptoeing enough. Just go with it. I'm trying to preserve ring power right now, because I'm going to need all of it for the final boss. Plus, you kill this dude, you get a full heal. So, we're going to just roll up on Garland again. You must come and fight me! But I don't want to. There we go. Oh, don't, come on, dude. There we go. And it's going to take forever for my life to refill. Hey! That was the It's Gonna Take Forever for My Life to Refill song. That's what it was. I hope you liked it. So Garland's dead. Really good on ring power right now. I am no longer on PB pace, but that's fine because I did just die. In fact, I've died twice in this run, haven't I? I am in last place in this game, so I'm not hugely surprised by the fact that I ain't going PB. By the way, guess who's back? It's Chester! Oh, are you here to be a jerk again? Oh no, you're finally taking responsibility for your actions. I'd like to remind you that you're an NPC, which inherently means you're invulnerable, so, can you go fight the final boss for me, please? No? Yes? No? Oh, okay. I know I asked at the beginning of this run, like, anybody who has played through the Super Nintendo one, and especially people that speedrun the Super Nintendo one, you can appreciate, or rather hate, this final boss, because you have to do, like, short hop precision jumps to hit an opening spot on his chest, and like just stab them, and it's annoying. That's different here. That is not what we do in this run. Instead, and yeah, so here's the final boss. By the way, seizure warning. Instead, what we do here is, for starters, I'm going to immediately use the amulet, which damages him and those stubby little Baron Harkonnen arms that he has going on right there. We're going to power ring it up, and I'm going to start stabbing through these Harkonnen arms. Hopefully not without taking any more damage. I'm taking stupid hits now. Okay, so, yeah, normally you'd be doing these short hops. We don't do that in this version. You remember that ring I got that I said makes me invulnerable? Quit your fleeing! Yeah, we're gonna short hop, and oh my god, well, he's burning through all of my ring power. This is why I said I need all this ring power. What the? Oh my god, what is happening? I think I'm gonna have to Harb, and I'm gonna have to Broska's Serum, and we're still gonna be cutting it close. This was clever on my part. Yeah, I know the ring is depleted. Thank you. Alright, so now we go back to the ring. We're going to have this herb on hand just in case. There we go. Quit running, you... No! Mom, Final Boss being a jerk. Okay, so he's dead. Hey! So that was the final boss. They gave you a ring that makes you invulnerable. I feel like that was cheating. Alright, so by the way, Chester's decided, I'm invincible! And he's gonna go do the crazy thing of, okay, well, we've seen this jerk nozzle come back before. He was sealed away before, so I'm gonna go ahead and just destroy his home. Because this island has a self-destruct button. I don't pretend to understand it, I just know that it does. So that's what's gonna happen right here, right now, I guess. But the timing isn't over yet. Timing ends off of the last line of dialogue in the game, where you no longer have control over your character. It's one of those deals, because you can still roam around and do stuff. There's Chester. He has pressed the self-destruct button, and it would have been nice if he made sure you were off the island first, because that island doesn't exist anymore. Dude, at least give a lookout. Hey, y'all on the boat? Yeah, okay, cool. Boop. Die! Yeah, don't question the story here. I overmatched there. I should have just left the room. So, yeah, you straight up tell Adol, yeah, I'm gonna... sorry, Dogi. You're Adol. You straight up tell Dogi, oh, yeah, I gotta go run an errand. Yeah, you're leaving. You're like, you know what, I'm done with this. I'm gonna get out of here. I'm not gonna break Elena's heart anymore. I'm just gonna go. Hello, guard. Oh, yeah, he told me to go ahead. He didn't tell you to go ahead. And then Dogi finally gives his goodbye to Elena as well. And then she's like, hey, what am I doing? No, come back here. What? Just get back. No. As they do. Please take good care of, I don't know, somebody. And then, hey, look, you caught up to me. Oh, wait up for me. No. Am I going to say goodbye? No. And we leave. So that's time. I PB'd by 4 seconds. Hey! I like it. Good deal. All right. Still in third, but that's fine. I gave the estimate of 55 minutes because I've seen some stupid things happen in this one. So what happened? I had 2 deaths. I messed up the clock tower jump. A bunch. Yay! So that's how that goes. I'll just let you guys enjoy the story here for a bit. And then I'll get ready for the always... Oh, yeah, sorry. Crusader is the other runner. Other than Mr. Starbird. Yeah. Oh, so I tied you. Okay. Yay! I'm technically not in last. Let's be honest. I'm in last. Dude, we're behind by 4 minutes. Alright, so. I'm going to get swapped out. Enjoy these credits until I get swapped out. And then once I see myself off the screen, it's going to be Altered Beast time. Meanwhile, I'm going to vape. Because I want to.